speaking of these things that are going on, you've written about the big race that everybody's paying attention to here in Arizona. You wrote about J.D. Hayworth early on in his campaign, and now it looks, the polls are saying that he's, 20 points behind John McCain in the primary. Have you been following this, and what's your opinion on this race and what's going on?
Well, I stand by my endorsement of J.D. Hayworth. I think we've had enough of open border hucksterism, and we certainly have had enough of big government Republicans undergoing these election year conversions, and so all of a sudden now trying to pander to the very conservative base that they spend their entire political careers in Washington trashing. That has been the long, sordid history of John McCain, and I hope the people of Arizona don't forget it. Look, I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect candidate. Are there things and choices and decisions that I disagree with J.D.? Sure, and he had admitted some of those mistakes, which is a lot more than John McCain has done. And I think if you look at the record, particularly in the last, at least through the presidential election, you look at the kind of things that John McCain was espousing before the Tea Party movement and the grassroots counterinsurgency on taxes and spending really took hold. This is a guy who championed, for example, a mortgage entitlement program that was $300 billion that dwarfed the proposal that Barack Obama himself had embraced. This is somebody who joined hands with Barack Obama in championing the auto bailouts, the TARP bailout, and look, we have politicians in Washington that ought not be Chicken Littles when crisis hits. And their actions speak a lot louder than their election year words.
Yeah, and it's funny how the races are going here. When we look at how this is happening, we keep seeing that J.D. it looked like he was losing ground. But when you go to the Tea Party events, and I know that you're going to be with us tomorrow, and I want to talk about this event tomorrow, largely it seems to be that J.D. has a solid following within the Tea Parties and within some of these other, especially at the 1070 rallies and on immigration. So I'm anxious to see what happens between now and this primary.